Hello and welcome to another episode of Malt Magical More, where it turns out saving throws are harder than you think. It's the After the Show show. We got through Monday night by the skin of our teeth.
That was a lot of natural 20s.
At the end.
Yeah.
At the end,
us,
yeah.
But that first fight, there was a lot of fails. Like, Kirik was
the way it goes.
Incognito for the whole fight, more or less, wasn't you?
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much.
So the strategy of use your bardic inspirations, Danny, that doesn't help when you're at the bottom of the initiative.
Yeah, because you rolled really bad in the first
initiative, I did, yeah.
I would also point out now, and again, I wasn't going to go back on it, I wasn't going to try, I realised far too late, I already still had my inspiration from the last game that I could have used on my natural one on throwing.
Oh.
But the fight went the way that it did, so I wasn't actually going to try and change it. So, you know, that was it.
But also, what was I going to say? What didn't help was I did slow to start off with, and all 6 of them saved, which is actually
oh my god, yeah,
to happen.
Yeah,
but then
that's
again,
crazy.
Did they all
That's
have
crazy.
advantage on the save map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They've all got
helps.
some form of resilience, whether it's Duragar resilience or the Mind Flayers have another type, but they've all got
also
resilience against spell effects and magical effects.
Yeah, but also, like, none of them, as far as I could tell, had multi-attack, so it was great, but it actually wouldn't have been, because we were hitting them. I don't think there was anything that we missed. I think Kirik missed once with a spiritual weapon. That was it. I think the AC was fairly
I think
like,
in
low.
my head,
I think it's
so. Some of them did have multi-attack. I just wasn't in a position to use it.
And it's always good to take away bonus actions and/or actions, because obviously it's one or the other, and reactions.
That's true.
So, you know, having the ability to run away from them is great, you know.
Yeah, I was mainly thinking preventing them casting spells.
Yeah, because what it was that is you have to roll something, and then it has to take 2 rounds.
20, and if we get 11 or higher, they cast a spell on the next turn, so it wastes 2 turns to do 1 spell.
Yeah.
Then when I tried to counter spell, I realised what the main thing they were doing wasn't even a spell.
Yeah.
So
yeah, slow on
strategy.
Slow on spellcasters is pretty broken. It's like it's crazy.
So
but yeah,
it was a bit of a shit first stab, but.
And
we better in the second fight.
Yeah, hold person was huge.
Yes.
Getting that one Mind Flayer basically out of it was just
That was instrumental.
I don't think that Mind Flayer did anything.
Oh no way!
I think so.
Did it not?
Just literally did nothing that round. Well, that fight totally fucked him.
Yeah, because he got paralyzed before he had a turn, and then he got hit with inflict wounds, and then Bothrid.
Yeah, in the end, Bothrid just ran in and shanked him.
Bothrid happened.
Yeah, Bothrid.
Yeah, then he saved, and then Bothrid happened. Yeah.
Oh man, do you know what?
Yeah, I mean that Toll the Dead took out 89% of its hit points. I think I worked out.
Well, that natural 20 thing that you did.
The Toll the Dead.
When you roll good with them D10s, the Toll the Dead is absolutely lethal.
Yeah, yeah.
Toll the Dead's D12s.
Oh, D12s. Fucking hell.
Yes, 3D12s plus 5.
Oh, I'm so annoyed I couldn't use Holy Weapon yet again. Come on.
One day we're going to be able to.
Yeah, it'll work one time. One time.
So I had when I said I had an idea before I got paralyzed, and then I was like, I should have just fucking done it before I got stunned. I was gonna. So it was in the first fight. I was gonna hold on to Dargon and I was going to dimension door like to the middle of the room, and then I was going to use the bonus action of the holy weapon to explode, and I think it makes everyone blind. Well, everyone has to save before they get blind. Yeah, but at the time I was like, oh, I'll just hold on because, you know, Dargon hasn't had the chance to use it yet. And it's going to be huge when he does. And then I had to go into the corridor because I was like, I need to be able to see people because I was also thinking like, there's a lot of people here. Someone's going to get in that 20 at one point. So I was ready to use the Sentinel ability, and then I just got stunned. I should have stayed in the corridor, like down the corridor as I was, but I always have this thing where I want to be 30 feet away from people, at least 30 feet away from people, so it's like, yeah. Let's check what the effect is. Yeah, so as a bonus, so I could have like transported there. I should have done this. I could have like used Dimension Door, and then use bonus action on its own. You can dismiss the spell and cause the weapon to emit a burst of radiance. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet, so that would have been every single enemy. Let's make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail save, they take 4d8 radiant damage and they're blinded for a minute.
Oh my god.
It's huge. Like, at that point, I was like, yeah, I probably should have done that.
Okay, I mean, so you know, bringing the tactics into it. Obviously, I always want Dargon to get Holy Weapon. However, is there not an addition to, why don't you just get a dagger, cast Holy Weapon on it, Dimension Door into the center of the guys, and let it off? Or again, would
holy hand grenade? Let's be fair.
Or would you not? But also, would you not prefer to potentially do that on the blink hand axe?
It's just, yeah. I mean, because the idea that I like in a world where Holy Weapon works is that I cast Holy Weapon on Dargon at the beginning of the combat. Another thing that I thought was to cast Holy Weapon on Ander, because I was like, he's just going to stay back and he's just going to shoot with advantage, so he might get that 20, and that is 4d8 as opposed to 2d8. But like, the idea is that you get the Holy Weapon and then you like charge in, attack twice, that's 4d8, and then potentially action surge.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you hit all of them on top of your attack, that's like 8d8.
Yeah, which no, you're absolutely right. Doing that, and even if you gave me one round with Action Surge, so that we agreed that every time I got it, it was as long as I've got Action Surge, I use it straight away.
Yeah.
And then you say that on your next turn, you're going to cancel it and just destroy everyone else around me. To the degree that I go, if I move a little bit, I'll move further. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the fact that I completely missed that it did damage as well, because that would have been huge. Like, it would have been potentially 4d8 on every single target.
Yeah.
There was like 10 of them at the beginning. Just huge.
Yeah.
And then once being there, could have cast like Spiritual Weapon or something, and then we would have been like, 2 of us would be on one side of them, all the others would be on the other, so they would have to turn.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh no, as I say, best laid plans and all that lot. And yeah, but as frustrating as that first battle was for all of us, at least we had Grimloth III to do some damage.
Fuck's sake.
It's never going to be the right name.
No,
I'm determined to never call him by his
all over again.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
I'm going to have to start calling my NPCs Bob and Jim.
We'll still find a way to mess it up.
Yeah, we will. Well, Bob.
I was paying attention. Like, I don't think that he did. Yeah, he did damage because he was hitting a lot. But the most he was doing was just
blocking the corridor.
Blocking.
Yeah. 100%.
Because his AC is like 22.
Yeah, something daft like that.
His AC is insane, something like that. It's above 21. It's above
if he's
K-Rex,
got Dwarven Plate like I have, plus Shield, then yeah, I would assume that's what he is, because I'm 22. No, sorry, I'm 22 with Shield. Yeah, I'm 22 with
22,
shield,
yeah.
but
You never wear shield.
I never wear my shield. I've kept it attuned, so D&D Beyond still thinks that I'm 22, but I know I'm 20. Because obviously I keep it for the fact that it shows that I have the immunity and to cold. So I just put it up there for that, and I know that I'm 20, AC. So,
Yeah. But like, because at one point, I think all of us were stunned.
Yeah.
And Ander was confused.
Yeah.
So that was a grim round.
That was a bad round.
I was confused for about 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah, you were confused for a lot. But none of them
Good
were
abilities that I
bad.
just about got to use.
No, luckily I weren't in melee range of anybody when I did roll it. Otherwise, my only melee weapon was that necrotic longsword
Oh, Jesus.
from the Cooper.
Oh, Jesus.
With
Good
Hindrance
Lord
would have got
Almighty.
that up his chuff.
With sneak attack, probably.
And then luckily I just kept rolling. The don't do anything. I could have, if I'd have rolled a 1, I'd have had to have moved in a random direction, so that could have stitched me up.
Just against the wall. Bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have moved me like right into the thick of it,
Yeah.
whilst confused with 90 hit points. I'd have been fucked.
Matt, I assume
You
that
were
the
out of range for that, though, apparently.
the Mind Flayers were trying to suck Remley's brains. Tentacle attack.
So yeah, the way Mind Flayers work is the tentacle attacks is they attack you, they do damage, and then they grapple you. And if they have
Yeah.
you grappled, they have the option to potentially suck your brain from your skull.
Nice.
But their
Lovely.
2-hit modifier is shit, apparently. Well, apparently it was just my dice roll. It's not shit at all. There's a decent plus on that roll. I just roll crap every single time.
Yeah.
It's fine, there's still
Against
one to go.
Remley.
So
Yeah.
Still one to go.
Oh, insane.
at least.
At least you've uncovered a bit more of the map tonight.
I was
as well.
going to say, but I did not expect us to go up against 2 of them.
Nope.
That was
4 tonight. You've smashed 4
Four.
Mind Flayers.
It's 4
Two
Mind
bosses,
Flayers, sorry,
yeah.
but yes, but 2 bosses, two whatever they are.
Oh yeah, I was ready to like
One is
when we had the second
slightly
room.
stronger than the other.
The second was slightly stronger, I feel.
No. As in
Oh, the
each
prime.
pairing,
Oh yeah.
one was slightly stronger.
Yeah,
than the
because we went up against MFP, and I was like, I've tacked him really well twice. Why is he not bloodied? So I was like, yeah. That's impressive. He's doing all right.
other.
So what was the advantage to those guys shrinking?
I suppose it just becomes
Tweaks.
I suppose
Do
they can
I
move
reveal this?
through.
Nah, if they're gonna do it
So
again,
they
don't-
can move
don't
through
reveal it.
stuff.
Yeah, if
But-
we're gonna fight them again, which we probably will.
Yeah, the specific advantage that gives, I will tell you when we have defeated them all in this particular.
I suppose
Arena.
it
Theory,
would
they
be
could
the
just move through
opposite.
the crowd.
Yeah, I suppose it would be the opposite due to the fact that if I turned into a werebear, I wouldn't have got past some of you in the corridors. You know, it's that type of thing. So
But would it weaken their attacks?
doesn't seem to.
It's
Well,
an enlarged reduced thing. Yeah.
If you notice when they stabbed with the dagger, it did 1 piercing damage.
Psychic damage. The psychic damage was worse than the
Yeah.
Second damage is going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gosh,
And
Bothric
oh my
got below 100. That was
I was gonna say Bothric got into
Change.
double figures, which is the first time that's happened since like level 3. That's a massive exaggeration, but
yeah.
I love how
Yeah.
we're 15 minutes in and we've glossed over the fact that Remley's got fucking wings.
Oh yeah. Hold the phone.
I asked the chat on Monday.
they have
any
faded
guesses?
at the end, by
Is
the
it
way.
anything? What is it? And somebody just put, and then Mertha put magic. I was like, I walked into that.
Yeah,
So is
God
he
knows what
changing?
that is.
Does Gindris gift him his draconic bloodline powers that he told me he had?
Ooh.
Unless, yeah, the only thing I can think of
Because
is
there's 2
that.
types of sorcerers who can get wings, but obviously he's a fucking champion fighter with what he gets there.
Yeah. Champion fighter. Yeah.
And he can't be multi-class because he's got some really high-level fighter abilities, doesn't he?
Unless he's like level 20 already and he's got like a weird a weird ass multi-class, which can be. Because yeah, sorcerer, it's the draconic bloodline and the divine
like the
soul.
Heavenly, yeah, divine one, yeah. Where to get like heavenly wings.
To get wings. That was definitely a draconic bloodline thing.
Yeah, because it was silver wings, weren't they?
Yeah.
But would he be a sorcerer as well, though?
Can I also? It could be from his armor. It could be specially enchanted with that. It could be an additional
from his armor.
magical item.
Yeah, could be something they give him because I know that there was. That's probably going to be in the new Dragon book. There's a spell
That's a good
in the
shout, actually, because there was a dwarven statue when we were entering the mines ages ago that had wings. A dwarf statue with wings.
So, is it
There you go.
What are we calling it? A relic of the gods?
Did you think his armor sprouted the wings, not him?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Well, yeah. What do you call those artifacts in Island Map?
So we're not calling them. Oh Christ!
Vestiges. No.
Vestiges.
They are the artifacts, aren't
They're
they?
not called vestiges, so if I remember rightly so.
That's why I said artifacts, because I can't remember.
There's artifact. Well, I've got 4 classes of different weapons. You've got divine weapons, same as basically the same as Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Weapons of betrayal, idol forged weapons, and artifacts.
Yeah, but so it was Timiel's Wrath and the shield were 2 awakened items. Is that what we're calling artifacts?
So the whole dormant, awakened, exalted piece
Yeah.
can apply to any of those 4 classes of weapons.
Yes.
Right.
But also there are items from the gods that we were specifically saying that existed.
Divine weapons, then.
Okay, they were the divine weapons.
So, however, Timiel's Wrath is not a divine weapon. Timiel's Wrath is an idol forged weapon because it is forged by Timiel.
Okay, yeah, that's good. It's good to know.
Not direct from Paylor, it's from Timiel.
Because obviously we were once
channeled.
we were once initially talking about the fact that one of the whoever we left in Moonbright was like one of the possible divine weapons.
Archdeacons, one of the Archdeacons stuff.
But also at one point we were having a silly idea as to the member of Captain Swift's crew, the forged, what's his name? Warforged.
Yeah. Oh, the
we were saying, yeah, that was he? I know we were obviously talking about
what. Not remember his name.
I really can't remember his name. We left him
in the town. Of course, we're not going to remember his name.
Hang on, it'll come to me.
No, I only have Remley in my head now.
I know. We just got Remley. You've replaced everyone with Remley.
But also, speaking of the Archdeacon, we don't know this, but apparently the Archdeacon has been corrupted, killed.
Taken over, taken hostage, and was that
by the Stillman, if I believe.
Yeah.
And
those 3 people at the beginning were Nathan, Thaylani, and Johannes, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then we had Captain Swift at the end, looking over at the ship at River's End, seeing a horde of people on the ship coming for River's End, so River's End is no longer safe either.
If they're arriving bodies, though, is it going to be the undead or just injured folk that have escaped somewhere else?
Could be any of those. It could even be that they've gone via the Isle of the Dead and they have shit and corruption turning up on that ship.
Because there's Ethicus on the sea. There's also the place where the orcs are.
But the last we knew where that ship was Seameat, which was right next to Moonbright. I say right next to, close to Moonbright. So it sounds like Seameat is also no longer, well, is currently enemy occupied.
I mean, did you recognise the description of the boat, the ship that they were using?
Yeah, it's that other crew that we hired.
That's what I thought.
So now you need to think about where they've been and where they were last seen.
true, because we don't actually know that. As far as we knew, we just last saw them at Sea Meet, but that could be wrong. We could have seen them somewhere else.
Did you?
That's what I can remember, but I have no idea.
Which crew is this?
So Captain Swift took us to Green Flower and back.
And one of the boats was this.
We used that
Chinese
Oriental
looking
ship again because I remember they'd given us shit for not picking up the first time round to go to
the eastern looking
Isle of the Dead, was it? Did they take us to the Isle of the Dead?
Did they take us up the river?
They took us up the river
into Loch Esamir.
That's the one. To Sorrow Falls, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they were last at Sorrow Falls. Is this right, Matt?
They didn't quite take you all the way to Sorrow Falls.
They stopped halfway.
Yeah.
We were going to meet.
They took you along the northern edge of the loch, and that was the last you saw.
Yeah, because they would go further.
So they would have been closest to Moonbright, wouldn't they? So it could be people from Moonbright, citizens that escaped.
They were closer to the Malt Masters.
Yeah. Ooh. The only other places around there, so back down the river is Seamy, like you said, then you've got Moonbright, then you've got Telma.
I was going to say, what about Telma? We don't know much about what Telma's happens to Telma.
When in your cutscene, were they coming down the river, or were they coming from the sea?
Didn't describe that in any great detail.
Because technically,
towards the
they
sea.
could get from Sorrow Falls to River's End down the Esamir River rather than actually back out to sea and back round.
I have to figure out. We're gonna come like out of these caves and we're gonna be like, so what happened? And just Nyland's just on fire.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that bit from Community when Dolgova comes back to the party and it's just chaos.
It's going to be that single frame from our intro, actually, where the map is a flame.
It's on fire, yeah.
Oh dear.
Fucked. It's going to be hard.
A lot happened.
We've got to get out of the bloody mines first.
Yeah, but
We're
we're
going to keep
the
laying
last
out
key.
little teasers for things.
I was about to say, we're heading straight for this energy orb thing of power that we well, at the very least, we want to make sure that the enemy don't get.
I'm sure no one else wants it. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, no, everyone else is interested in gold and trinkets. Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh dear.
and harmless alliances with transformed Zapanir dragons.
Yep.
Nothing
But that means
amiss.
he's
Just,
still got twice. So not only has he aligned himself to Zapanir, he's took the Archdeacon from Moonbright.
Okay, I could be wrong on my timelines here, but I'm just thinking out loud, and it also is dependent on the fact that I'm not all of it is clear in my memory, and I'm only going off memory. We've just heard that the Archdeacon is possibly taken over by the Stillman. We also heard in the last episode that the Stillman turned up to talk to Zapanir. Now, has he gone to talk to Zapanir? Are we seeing this chronologically, or are we seeing the fact that actually Stillman turned up with the Archdeacon next to him? Were we given a very vague description of the Archdeacon actually being at that discussion?
One of them
There was a
flame
figure there that we
The
didn't.
other one was a York, and the other one was a Stillman. So unless he's been turned into one of those flamed, helmed dudes that the Eladrin brought against us, I wouldn't say he was one of the other blokes.
Did Matt describe what
Zapanir
weapon
might
he
have
was
sent him
carrying?
because
Yeah, but that's why we thought it was a Stillman.
Claude.
I did not, in answer to your question, Kirik.
Cool.
Well, I'll just leave that one there then.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
I will
wouldn't it?
say, however, that these prologue, epilogue scenes are not necessarily in chronological order.
Hence why I do believe, that there was... especially the fact that it still could be in chronological order, but...
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that's the one. But
Oh dear.
oh dear.
That was racial appropriation right there, and I apologise, internet.
I went straight for Mrs. Doubtfire, so yeah. So it could be that obviously they were having a discussion about what has happened. So again, the fact they could technically be in chronological order about stuff that's already happened. So
yeah, and they might be he might be capturing the Archdeacon for Zapanir, or he did it beforehand to show fealty or whatever.
all of it is entirely possible, and just web,
Or
you know, that web of, you know, I just foresee in a couple of months' time fighting the Archdeacon properly. Possibly even with the still one by his side. So suddenly it puts Mind Flayers as cannon fodder compared to what they are going to be against us. That's going to be astonishing. So yeah.
Not to mention what new powers a Stillman has got now. Now he's aligned to the god of murder.
Yes.
I'm sure the very.
That was Anders' potential if he'd have carried on with that sword.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just gets cure wounds, healing words, all nice things.
I'm sorry. I think high on the list is Druidcraft, and
True Strike.
Prestidigitation. That's what he gets. He gets that. Yeah, that's the one he gets. Most powerful. That's the one.
But yeah, I think so.
It's a damn good spell.
It's a fucking brilliant spell, but I just really wish that you would give him that.
I think
damn
so.
you to hell as he cleans your clothes.
It'll very much be a moment of Ander facing what he could have become, which, nice.
And again, we're coming back to the fact that, you know, obviously, are we ever going to have to go to what's under the lake? What is under the lake? Is it actually what Ander now has a privilege to? If not, where does he have a privilege to?
I'm slaying men into bloody shiver spire, yeah.
We have to go back to our house that we haven't been in for months now.
Yeah.
After spending one night there.
One night. Down near River's End, we spent one night, which was hellish.
Defeating the Soul Sphere, yeah. We still got the key.
Pretty sure we do. Oh, that was before. That was before Feywild, wasn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
No, I haven't got the key. Or the deed. Oh, no.
Don't have the key or the deed.
But it's fine, because I'll just use knock to get in. The Soul Forge is dead, so it's not going to be protected by anything now, surely.
Guess we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, I love the fact that our investigation of the top floor involved in an entire arc that took us away from the place.
Yeah. So what I might do actually, I might just
one room,
go to
one
Mephisto's, buy a necklace of fireballs and lob it all at the house.
Fuck
Burn that shit down.
Sort of thing.
There we go, motherfucker.
That's a good
You could do that.
Yeah.
I'd have said you could got Dargon to use Thunderwave, but he no longer has that. So
Nope.
you could just literally just take the whole fucking thing down.
Or whether I can just do like a Timiel's Wrath lightsaber thing into the door and just like burn through and just do a circle.
Qui-Gon style.
For Bothrid to get polymorph and let him turn into a fucking Cyclops.
He could turn into a little bug and go through the lock and then appear at the other side and then just open the door.
Also, you could Dimension Door in, you know, and
You have to be able to see to Dimension Door.
Look through the
Not necessarily.
No, you have to envisage and know, don't you? So you have to know where you're going.
Misty Step you need to be able to see. Dimension Door you don't, because it's 500 feet or something stupid like that.
Yes, sorry, I'm thinking of Misty Step.
You do
This
need
is
to
the
give
problem with
instructions
listening to our podcast simultaneously while trying to prep new sessions. I am listening to like episode 20 and 21 right now, where Dargon's just discovered his Misty Step stuff, and I said to him in that episode, you can only do it where you can see and those sorts of things. So, yes, all fun and games.
And then Dargon gives the cape of Mantibap to Kirik.
Yes. That was a good Christmas present.
It's a good start.
Well, I'm happy with that one.
coming up
I'm happy
again.
with all of ours. Hey, how about we read our books?
Yeah.
at some
Like a
point, I'm
third of the
almost
way
halfway.
through, and we
I'm-
are
I mean,
2/3 of the way through this year.
I'm not gonna lie. By the time I've got the permanent +1 to performance or whatever it is, I'll be dead. By the time I've read the whole book.
So let's have a look.
That
Where's
just won't
my
be worth it.
41 hours? Actually, not doing too bad. Yeah.
I don't do too many performances, to be honest. I do a lot more persuading and deceiving. Unless Matt makes me do
And there we
performance
go.
checks. I think you made me do performance check when I was pretending to be the hobgoblin, maybe. When I'm using my actor feet to do people's voices and stuff. Yeah.
I'm on 47 out of
Yeah, when
100.
you start to do things like that.
Yeah, I'm on
disguise
41.
yourself, those sorts of things.
I've got like, it was like 80 hours I had to read or something daft, and I'm on like 70 odd hours still.
So there's no point
Yeah.
even saying let's have some downtime and read it, because it's still going to be a mixture between that and training for Dargon. It's still not going to be like, you know, just sits down and reads it.
Depends what the priorities
Also,
are at
we're
the end
in
of the day.
constant peril most of the time.
Well, there is that.
Don't have
Yeah.
to be. I have given you periods of downtime.
Yeah.
It's not my fault you decide to keep going places. Rather than just saying, we're going to spend a week. We're going to have a week off. We're just going to chill. I'm going to go use the hot tub, get my nails done.
I don't think I could
places to
be a
be.
whole week without causing some trouble.
I was going to say, I mean, you know, at what point do we think that you were going to go, do you know what, Nyland's burning, but it won't get any worse for a week. Let's just chill. I don't think you're going to see Dargon saying that.
Let's get Anders thrown quick so we can make every day a bank holiday.
And watch the kingdom fall to ruin. I foresee a great epilogue to this campaign coming up if he ever gets the crown.
And so the kingdom of Nyland was immediately brought to ruin.
And arraigned for 103 years in that time, having an orgy every day.
I would make a lot of
lot.
things legal that are currently illegal.
And
Oh,
as the
good.
demons of hell spread through Nyland, so did syphilis from the king.
No, because you could just touch me
dear.
up and do grey restoration, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could also chop it off.
You could do.
Tis after all a sword, you know. I now
Right,
knight
Gary
you,
Clapton.
a eunuch.
Hold it and cure wounds.
It's alright.
That'd work.
There's regrowth and all sorts of things you can do.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to leveling up when we get out of the cave. Hint, hint.
Have we reached that time of the year already, have we? It's been too long since you last level up.
Yeah. Yeah.
When was it? When was the last one? When was the last one? A couple of months
You
ago?
did the double level up last time, didn't you?
I've had one since
That was-
then.
That's
Have you
Christmas
had one
then.
since then? That
I've
was
just-
Christmas.
No,
No,
sure.
you've definitely had one since then.
Yeah.
Your birthday, Dave.
Oh yeah, because
Yes.
I was about to say, because yeah, I mean, I'm like, I made a serious change in Dargon's character. I'm like, I'm sure we didn't do that at Christmas. So yeah,
When was
Your
your
birthday.
birthday then?
April. So we are further away now, you know, than we were back then from Christmas. So yeah, no, same
So
time.
would you.
Actually, it's about the same
David
time.
June.
Yeah.
It's about
I need my
sometime.
charisma score improvement, please.
Oh mate, it's just like, you know, the whole thing of like going through these caves with a +0 on the wisdom saving throw and a +1 on intelligence is just like, this can't go well. And amazingly, the second fight did go all right.
I was going to say, the rolls came out for the second fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bothrid's only got a +0 to intelligence, as has Remlo.
I thought
My
Bothrid was more intelligent.
Like I thought I was
What?
gonna.
Bothrid has an 11 intelligence.
was it his
So he needs a
wisdom
12
that,
to get a +1.
was it his wisdom that was higher then?
Bothryd's wisdom's at 14.
That's
Bothryd's wise
it.
as fuck.
Yeah, it was the fact that he was wiser than the rest of us. But yes, no, my intelligence is 12. So
I don't know. I think Kirik's wisdom's pretty up there, to be honest.
Wisdom, yeah, my wisdom's 20.
Oh yeah. I was it's like, discounting Captain Insight here.
His insight
Yeah,
check
when I
failed
rolled the
him today,
insight-
though.
Yes.
Yeah, when I rolled really low. I rolled a 4. Which became 13.
Oh crap! Holy crap! Again, I'm like,
You need something where you can't roll lower than a 10.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I was about to say,
That'd be nice.
So it needs to be a bard.
I was about to say, does anyone else get that apart from Rogue and Bard?
I think it's just
Rogues
rogues and
don't get
bards.
Just Rogues and Bards.
Did Rogues
isn't
get it?
it? Rogues
They get
it.
reliable talent.
Reliable talent. You just get like anything you're proficient in. You can't roll lower than a 10. So
I should really know that as the DM, really, shouldn't I?
so yeah, it's just like, oh well, okay, that's a 21 then. You're like, oh my god, it's the worst roll you can do is a 21.
It's crazy.
Depending on obviously
Crazy.
what your modifier is and so on, but it's just like, are you kidding me?
I think some
character sheet.
monks might get something like that.
I don't know, actually. But yeah, just looking through Bothryd's character sheet, and his +8 to athletics is his best thing, but he does get advantage on it.
Nice. I got +9 to athletics, so at least I beat him on that. Thank God.
My best thing is plus 13, I think, for sleight of hand checks.
Nice. Yes.
And then my
OP as shit.
I've got a few. I've got a plus 12 for acrobatics, and then a plus 11 for persuasion and nature checks, and then
Which
a
is
plus
bizarre.
10. Well, it's because I'm a scout, innit? Scout rogue now. And then obviously I can't a plus 10 for deception as well, or yeah. So ridiculous the old checks.
I was going to say, you're doing pretty well there. But yes.
Yeah, my highest is +9 to insight.
Got some serious skills there.
It's not bad.
I feel like you should get advantage on insight checks.
I mean, it's very rare that Kirik's ever going to fail an insight check, let's be fair.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the future brings.
Statistics behind it. So
You could fail if I'm lying to you, I suppose, with my modifier.
yeah.
Yeah. If I roll, if you roll your absolute lowest, I need to roll
Which is
12.
21. Yeah.
Need to roll 12 to beat you. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe there'll be a bump to insight at some point. Who knows?
Well, we'll see what happens. All depends on where you go with your level ups, I guess. But we'll just have to wait and see when they happen.
We will indeed. On that intriguing note, shall we call it for tonight?
Yes, why not?
So, thank you ever so much for tuning in to our After the show on a lovely Wednesday evening on Twitch. If you are watching on Twitch, do give us a follow. We do have on our other main campaign, we do talk about it a lot. We have our get us to 50 followers little challenge going on. So for more information on that one, please have a look at our main campaign. If you are watching us on YouTube, please give us a like and subscribe. It's completely free for you. And also, if you for any more information, find us on social media. Other than that, I wish you a lovely evening and good night.